This is infuriating. And I mean, what is the governor saying about this?
And again, the death count has to be in the thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. Of course, they don't do body counts, so like Paradise, we're never going to know the true numbers, but
has been requested several times by reporters that were there in the room. At this point, officials aren't giving a timeline. It is baffling because everyone we have spoken with, and we've spoken with many people, they all describe the same scene of chaos. Many people were in their homes, didn't even know there was a fire burning in their town until it reached their own neighborhoods. That's why we have heard of dozens of people fleeing on foot into the Pacific Ocean to save their lives. It is very eerily reminiscent of the fire in Paradise, California in 2018. Back then, the Code Red system there did not work. Many people did not get that notification in time, and it appears that's exactly what happened here, and it may be responsible for why so many people died. That death toll, we are told, could significantly rise in the days to come.
now you heard him mention Code Red with a rush of cherry. Code Red. Mountain Dew has a Code Red that the Paradise fires weren't alerted to. They just do it, folks. And Mountain Dew rebuilds communities, directed energy weapons, disaster response. Why is that on Mountain Dew? And then you have others, Tribucha, intentionally brewed with herbs and spices that fight the Mountain Dew 12-pack. It's Maui Burst. Mountain Dew. Dew with a blast of pineapple flavor. This is actually, quote, a soft drink that you can get. And this dude here, I'll get into. I just want to finish with the different ones. So you got Livewire, you got Code Red. This all came out after Paradise, right during it. Livewire. All right, Dew sparked with orange, sparked. Pitch Black with a blast of Blake. Look at all the energy right around it. They're just mocking us. Revolution, Voltage, Supernova, Mountain Dew, directed energy weapons. And then this is after the Paradise fires, 2 days. Usually the rains come, and this is the interesting thing about the Hawaii directed energy weapon attacks was they didn't have the following rains up. In fact, the hurricane was a, quote, dry hurricane, only winds. So here, check this out. This is from the Paradise fires, November 8th, 2018. This is 2 days later, or 3 days later, Saturday, 4 a.m. weather forecast. This is what their numbers they love to do. And you see here, 666 in Paradise, and there's Chico, 15 miles away, has only 4 inches of rain. And just another 10 miles away, it's only 2 inches of rain. Redding, 2 inches of rain, 2 inches of rain over here, but suddenly we get 6.66 rain, and up in Truckee, Lake Tahoe, we get 0.84. They just love to mock us with their 666s. James Lee Witt, 666. 66 in California fires, 600 people reported missing. And this dude was the one that was brought in to be the Federal Emergency Management. He was a former FEMA Clinton administration, but he's been named as a leader of Rebuild the North Bay. So he has disaster relief companies. He's got foreign companies where he brings people in from other countries to do work here to clean up as well. And he's just a dirty dog. And here's his book, Stronger in Broken Places, Turning Crisis into Triumph. Former director of Clinton's FEMA. This is what they do, folks. This is what they do. Now again, there was no forecast for this event to occur. Listen to the talking heads and what they say here.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Allison Blair. While the brunt of Hurricane Dora will stay well offshore, advisory level winds and heavy surf are expected to start impacting the state in just a few hours. Let's get over to our Ben Gutierrez in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, thanks very much, Allison. Dora's still that major Category 4 hurricane. It will pass safely south of the islands, but as it does so, it's going to increase the trade winds that are coming in from the east-northeast. Dora is currently less than 900 miles southeast of Hilo, moving very quickly to the west at 22 miles per hour. It's going to be making its closest approach far to the south of Hawaii Island sometime early Tuesday morning as a major Category 3 hurricane, but it should remain on a track that'll keep it safely to the south of us.
And here we quote, see a satellite image of it passing down He said 900 miles, 700 miles, 600 miles, 800 miles, but all of a sudden it only hits Maui on the west side, most selective fire in history. And again, we see the same profiles as Paradise, the most selective fires in history. Who lives in that building, folks? Who lives in that building? Who lives in that? Used to live in that building. Most selective fire in history. Again, they do whatever they want to hit. They just take it out, but leave. You see this hotel up here is fine. Again and again. Now take a look at these cars here. So you got one car torched, another car torched, another car fine. Now these guys didn't drive up here and say, hey, I'm inspecting the property. These cars were here. So why did that car get torched, but that one didn't? See, it's got the sun shield still in the car. These people had to flee to get out. And some of them had to flee into the ocean, so I'll show you in a minute. But again, the destruction, look at the houses in the back, look at that right there, destruction all around, yet that one was spared. We see it over and over and over again. This hotel right here spared, everything else torched. Coast, look at this, the harbor completely torched. The boat's still okay here, but the harbor's torched. Again, very selective. House across the street, hey, it's fine. House across the street, hey, you're torched, you're done, you're dead. I don't want to make mockery of this, folks, but this is happening. It's a worldwide attack on humanity and the earth. As I showed the previous, animals are getting torched as well. Look at that building standing surrounded by all the... How does a wildfire driven by winds, look at the rainbow there. And then in the background here, we see this completely torched, yet these homes are fine. Same profiles over and over.
I kicked in the door at Bubba Gump's to get out of it because I was getting pounded. And then Bubba Gump started on fire, and I'm running down Front Street, and the wall, there's like 80 people, and the ocean was on fire. Firefighter told me because the first layer of ash causes the seal. And then the next layer of ash was all the amber. So the tide line was on fire and I had to jump through the water and come up through the fire. And 80 people, they were on the wall, everybody started jumping in. Coast Guard was out there grabbing people, and I was like, no, I'm good. I was born in the water. I'm hot. And they're grabbing people, and I swam. I knew my phone was only good for like 15 seconds being submerged. They swam for like a half mile north. It was like nothing you've ever seen. This was bad. The people in their cars that were dead, and from asphyxiation and the fire blew out the car, and you just saw the numbers of the dead are so wrong. People.
Can you even begin to imagine? And then look at this bicycle right here with the tire gone against the walls. People pulled over and had to jump over the walls into the ocean to save their lives. The story about ash coming down and creating the fires in the ocean is BS. They can set the water on fire too. But this is premeditated murder, folks, no doubt about it. And in finishing up here, this is an interesting photo sent to me. And look at the scalar waves in the sky. This is right after the fires had cleared out. And then look at the scalar waves in the sky. Notice the patterning going on all the way through here. Look at how it's targeted. This is the geoengineering they used to create the plasma weather to initiate the directed energy weapons. Very clearly, we can see geoengineering activity.